Yes, hello everyone. Welcome you back to this YouTube channel. And today we shall be looking at the transport of carbon dioxide in blood. And straight away we shall begin by discussing about the ways in which carbon dioxide is transported and of course the carbon dioxide that is usually produced during the respiration that takes place in the muscles is has to be constantly being removed, as its accumulation may result into a drop in the blood pH and therefore resulting into uh, the biochemical reactions being affected, and therefore it has to be constantly removed. The ways in which it is transported, it includes in physical solution as carbonic acid, as bicarbonate acid, as in bicarbonate ions, and that is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and also in a combination with hemoglobin. In combination with hemoglobin, simply the carbon dioxide combines with the amino groups, forming a carbaminohemoglobin compound, and therefore the amount of carbon dioxide that can be transported, it depends on the amount of oxygen which is already being carried by the hemoglobin. As you can see the equation, hemoglobin with carbon dioxide forming carbaminohemoglobin and hydrogen ions, and therefore these ones later combine with the hemoglobin form hemoglobinic acid. Then as bicarbonate ions, the carbonic acid, an enzyme carbonic anhydrase catalyzes the combination of carbon dioxide and water to form carbonic acid that dissociates to form bicarbonate and hydrogen ions. The bicarbonate leak out to with the sodium to form sodium hydrogen carbonate, where the hydrogen ions combine with hemoglobin to form hemoglobinic acid, and those forms are transported back to the lungs. And you can see that illustration showing us what is happening at the tissue side and what is happening inside the red blood cell. And then you have heard of the Bohr effect. Usually in tissues where a lot of carbon dioxide is being produced, there is a tendency of hydrogen ions accumulating in that region, and therefore coming from high amounts of carbon dioxide. And this tends to reduce the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen, whereby the hydrogen ions, they tend to cause the dissociation of oxyhemoglobin. So the Bohr effect is simply a phenomenon in which the affinity of hemoglobin for oxygen is reduced to the increased partial pressures of carbon dioxide, and that is inside the tissues where we have a lot of carbon dioxide coming from the respiration. And it has two main significances, one of which is that it ensures the delivery of oxygen to higher respiring tissues. More oxygen is released to more respiring tissues, as more hydrogen ions will be produced in such tissues. And also because this carbon dioxide inside the red blood cell is constantly being removed, therefore, that one implies that it is going to ensure the continuous removal of the carbon dioxide from the tissues. Upon reaching the lungs, the poorly oxygenated blood reaching the alveoli, now the conditions change. We have now a lot of oxygen this side. So because of the increased oxygen partial pressures, now all the reactions are going to be reversed, so that the gaseous carbon dioxide is going to now to diffuse into the alveoli for removal. That is to say, in the first place, the hydrogen ions or the protons leave the binding site of hemoglobin. Recall it was forming hemoglobinic acid, and then the protons react with the bicarbonate ions to form carbon dioxide, gaseous carbon dioxide. You get? So the bicarbonate first combine the bicarbonate first combines with hydrogen ions, form the carbonic acid, then it dissociates to give back the water and the carbon dioxide, which are removed, water vapor and the carbon dioxide, like that. And then also this gaseous carbon dioxide diffuses and it is taken out. So this is just a summary showing us how carbon dioxide is being transported. As you can see, we have talked about the three ways in physical solution, in combination with the hemoglobin, where we form the carbaminohemoglobin, and they are showing that that is only 10% of it being transported. Physical solution 5%, and the largest percentage of carbon dioxide is transported in form of the bicarbonate ions. Thank you for watching this video, and kindly subscribe to keep on following for more content of this kind. Thank you.